Marc Casado arrived at the start of the 2025-26 season carrying more than a kit bag. He carried questions that buzzed louder than the stadium speakers. All summer long, his name threaded through transfer gossip, a potential bargaining chip many inside the club quietly discussed as one of several ways to ease Barcelona's financial strain. That chatter could have hollowed a young player out, made him second-guess every touch and every decision, but instead something different happened. Hansi Flick publicly signalled that he did not intend to let Casado go, and that simple, blunt vote of faith turned a rumour into a challenge. Casado met it the way he trains, deliberately, with extra hours and a quiet intensity few saw but many felt. Where some young talents blink under noise, Casado doubled down. He started showing up before scheduled sessions and staying behind when drills ended, the sort of self-imposed repetitions that do not make headlines but change matches. Teammates noticed, coaches noticed. The difference was not in one spectacular new skill but in steadiness. His composure when games accelerated, the calm that lets a midfielder find a pass others miss or receive pressure without supplying panic to the team. That calm is why the memories from those early electric weeks still matter. There were nights when his movement and decisions helped Barcelona stand toe-to-toe with giants, moments that turned a bench player's name into a footnote player's and staff reference. Flick's choice to keep him was more than loyalty. It was a strategic message. In a crowded midfield, a coach needs players who offer mentality as much as skill, and Flick apparently judged that Casado's work ethic, coupled with those flashes against Bayern and Real, made him worth investing in. But football is cruelly practical. Assurances mean little if the game clock keeps you on the sidelines. That is the knife-edge Casado now walks. Inside the dressing room, the respect is real. Outside, the calendar keeps moving toward January, when offers can emerge and opportunities can become decisions. The scenario everyone mentions privately is straightforward and sharp. If he is starved of minutes and meaningful starts, a tempting offer could become the map out of limbo. So what will define the next months? First, the minutes. A player's pitch time is the purest form of currency in modern football. When minutes arrive, form follows, confidence swells, and loans or sales fade. Second, tactical fit. Flick's system demands certain movements and versatility, and Casado's willingness to adapt in training is his main leverage. Third, narrative. Those nights against Bayern and Real carry social proof. They are not random highlights. They are evidence that when the pressure spikes, Casado can still deliver. That combination is why the club's internal debate, financial pragmatism versus sporting patience, remains unresolved. For the player, it's a waiting game played with purposeful preparation. There are three realistic flaws to this story. The optimistic path is that Casado wins a consistent role, converts training promise into match influence, and becomes a recurring choice when big games come. That would vindicate Flick's decision and give Barcelona another homegrown option ready to step up. The middle path sees a short-term loan or rotation plan that preserves the club's long-term control while giving Casado the minutes he needs to develop. The bitter flaw would be an unhappy exit in January to a club willing to promise him starts, a pragmatic swap that would both underline Barcelona's financial calculus and the risk of letting youth drift away under pressure. None of these outcomes is inevitable. In modern football's small sequences, 10 consecutive minutes, a single through ball, a match where confidence returns can tilt a career. Casado's reaction to uncertainty has been instructive so far. Rather than bemoaning speculation, he has used it as fuel, and that kind of mentality is exactly what coaches prize when stakes rise. Fans will watch the squads, the substitutions, and whether he's named on the team sheet in fixtures that matter. Players like him are often defined less by a single headline and more by an accumulation of dependable choices under pressure. For now, the watchwords are minutes and momentum. If Barcelona gives Casado that runway, the season could rewrite doubts into belonging. If minutes are scarce and an offer arrives in January, both player and club will face one of football's oldest choices, loyalty or opportunity. Either way, the drama is not only about a transfer window, it's about a young homegrown player trying to carve a lasting place inside a club that has been his classroom. Keep an eye on the next handful of match days. They will tell you whether the extra sessions and quiet work that have defined Casado's summer translate into a settled role at Barcelona or into a high-stakes January that changes everything.